Many housing experts, including my next guest, see improvements coming to the housing market in the new year, but they say they're going to be small. And of course, this is something that buyers have been waiting on for a very long time. Joining me now, National Association of Realtors Chief Economist Lawrence Yun. Lawrence, great to have you with us. Thanks for being here today. You are forecasting, the NAR forecasting 2026 a 14% increase in existing home sales. That's a very big move. How did you come up with that? Because it's really an outlier.
Hello, Jerry. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Well, housing market, as you know, is a highly cyclical business. It goes up and it goes down. And we have had a 3 years of sluggish home sales activity. So now, as the interest rates are beginning to be a little better, not the super low mortgage rate, but today's near 6% mortgage rate is much better than 7%. The Federal Reserve probably will do 2 more additional rate cuts. Now, the mortgage rate is not a one-to-one relationship, but directionally, it will be helping. And that low mortgage rate always brings more buyers to the market.
Yeah, let me ask you, Lawrence, let me ask you about that, because in a recent presser, you said something about the last time we had a full percentage rate cut for mortgage rates. What happened? Tell me about that case study.
So you look at how the mortgage rate moved, say back in 2011 to 2012, where the mortgage rate went from 5% to 4%. We got 1 million additional home sales during that time period. And now with the mortgage rate expected to go from, say, 7%, which was the rate early part of 2025, now approaching 6%. So even if it sort of settles down near 6%, we are going to have additional people qualifying for the mortgages. And of those people who qualify, not everyone act. Roughly 10% respond to it. And based on that analysis, with more inventory on the market, we have that 14% boost in home sales in 2026.
Well, it's been that market of haves and have-nots, right? We've had people making all cash offers, a whole bunch of those. We've had first-time home buyers who've been locked out of the market. Would your forecast, were it to come to pass, would this actually open up the housing market to those people, to people who have not been able to buy, who have been locked out?
So now we are beginning to see a little improvement in housing affordability. The wage growth at better than 3% is faster than home price growth, which is essentially stalling. But let's just also remember, homeowners across the country, 80 million Americans have done super well. They have seen their home values rise roughly 50% over the past 5 years, translating into $15 trillion in housing equity gain. I mean, American prosperity, American success, Americans know it goes with home ownership. So they're just looking for that opportunity. And now that the wages are outpacing home price growth, more inventory beginning to show up on the market, mortgage rate, big magical factor going down, all that should begin to help housing market recover and more buyers getting into the market and get the Americans to get on the move again.
All right. Well, one quick last question here. We did see existing home sales ratchet up a little bit in November, right, because mortgage rates fell to their lowest level in a year. But many owners are refusing to sell still because they are so locked into their own low mortgage rates. How do you break that cycle? How can that cycle be broken?
So we are seeing inventory levels slightly higher than before, about 10% from 1 year before. So naturally, there are the lock-in effect, but we know that there are life-changing events, marriages, divorces, death in the family, having additional child in the family. People go on to retirement. And look at the job market. We are seeing people switching jobs or looking for jobs in different locations, and that requires residential move. So as more Americans get on the moving train, naturally that will facilitate economic recovery, and certainly it's going to help the housing home sales to begin to recover. And home value, let's just hope it calms down a bit. We need more supply, providing more opportunity for the first-time buyers.
Well, from your lips to God's ear on the forecast for next year, a big boom in the housing market would be great for so many people. Lawrence, thanks for coming on, and we'll be watching to see if your forecast comes true.